So I'm going to go against the grain here. I've been seeing a lot of posts, a lot of stories of mortgage bankers suggesting to their clients, instead of asking the seller to reduce the purchase price or the asking price, instead to give them a seller credit to cover the discount points, to buy down the rate. So I was just doing the math with a customer of mine, and if she were to pay, let's say, a half a point, that's about $3,100 more in fees, she would save about $49 per month. So that means that in order for her to make up that $3,100 that she paid up front, she has to be in the house for 5 years. So that means that she cannot sell the house, she cannot refinance. So let's say next year or in 2 years, the rates drop and she wants to refinance, to remove the PMI, to reduce the interest rate, to reduce her mortgage payment. Then she overspent money up front that she's never going to see again to get a lower rate initially. So to me, that doesn't make sense. To pay more money up front for a savings of $49 a month. Even if she were to pay more points to get a lower rate, you still have to be in that house a certain amount of years in order to recoup the cost. So instead, I would still ask for a seller credit. That's still a great idea. But I would use that to cover the majority of the closing costs, the escrows, and then when the rates drop, you refinance and drop your... I've always taken the conservative approach. I've never liked to pay discount points. I've never liked to pay a lot in closing costs because I know eventually the rates will drop. I will gain more equity. I'll be able to refinance, to drop my payment, drop the interest rate. So I always like to treat my clients like that. I've always liked to educate them the way I would want to be educated. So when I see a loan estimate with $10,000, $15,000 in closing costs, to me, that doesn't make sense. I will walk my client through it. I will give them the options, and ultimately it's up to them if they want to do that. But just keep in mind that those fees that you pay up front, if you have the opportunity, if you want to upgrade your house, if you want to refinance, and you do it within a certain amount of time, that's just money that you spend. I was speaking to another client earlier today, and he was telling me that he was being offered a 3.875. And I asked him, well, that sounds like a really great rate, but the rates are not that low. How much in fees are you paying to buy down the interest rate? And he didn't know. So it's crazy out there. So you have to be careful with who you work with. Make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of. Shop your rate. Check with several lenders. Make sure that what you're being offered, don't just focus on rate. As long as you can make your monthly payment, as long as you can afford that each month, great. Who cares if the values drop? Whatever the market does, I mean, as long as you can afford your monthly payment, focus on that. Focus on being able to make your monthly payment each and every single month. Values always go up and down, but they never stay down. Rates fluctuate. Right now they are up, but eventually they will come back down. And then that would be a great opportunity for you to refinance and lower your monthly payment.